Welcome to OmniTalk powered by Nexoft. I'm your host, Amy Rice, and OmniTalk is a podcast focusing on fintech and how it affects banks and credit unions. On today's episode, we have two special guests, Sara Nakae, Director of Marketing Enterprise Sales, and Dahleen, SVP of Sales and Strategy for FirstClose. They'll be introducing us to their platform, FirstClose ONE, and also talking about how they're helping their clients process loans faster, smarter, and better than ever. Hi, Sara and Joe. Thanks for joining me. Today's episode is all about FirstClose. Sara, could you tell our listeners a little bit about your company?
Yeah, absolutely. So FirstClose, we are a technology company and we specialize in delivering the industry's first and only lending solution that offers everything from application to servicing. So it's going to include all your settlement services, credit valuation, tax, title, flood, all the good stuff on one easy to navigate platform. Within that platform, we also have a ton of technology and logic and automation that is built into the back end to let the user be able to order everything either at one time or automatically order it based on your lending guidelines. Part of our FirstClose ONE platform also allows for lead capture, instant decisioning, for applying for those, home equity loans. Right up front from the website or either from your mobile device, or it can also be utilized in branch. Additionally, behind the back end of FirstClose ONE, we have a huge vendor network that we work with all of the nation's top vendors to bring in the best products and the best pricing. So it kind of takes all that vendor management out. So covered under our MSA, all of our customers are able to utilize all the products that we have within that library, just a touch of a button without additional due diligence. So it really takes the heavy load off of them in terms of vendor management. We also have a full dedicated customer support team who's going to monitor everyone's orders in real time, kind of acting like an additional full-time employee for your processing staff without, being on the lender's payroll. So we're going to, monitor all those orders for you, redirect orders that need to be redirected or canceled, and make sure all those are delivered, within their SLAs, as well as, in-depth quarterly reporting. Our solution is really geared towards that hello to here's your money, right? So we're going to engage that consumer from that beginning cycle of them looking for, their loan, bring them through, an exceptional borrower experience, all the way to the lender and the back end, being able to automate that loan processing, speed up those turn times, and get that loan funded as quickly as possible, all while utilizing this technology on automation, as well as reducing a lender's overall cost to close. So by utilizing our solution, they're able to save money on their products, their total cost to close a loan, as well as drop that turn time. Joe, did you have anything to add?
Wow, that was amazing. We do all of that. That's amazing. No, great explanation. I don't have anything to add to that. I mean, really, it's from hello to here's your money. And literally, we are basically powering the whole back end and front end for a lot of these lenders so they can compete in today's, highly competitive environment.
Can you explain how FirstClose ONE is different from other lending solutions?
Amy, that's an excellent question. Our roots are really born out of, the property data intelligence field. We've been in this business for about 20 years. So we have a lot of experience. We came from basically the flood zone business in the very, very beginning. And it's our mission. We provide comprehensive mortgage settlement solutions, allowing our clients to reduce their costs, like Sara said, shorten those turn times. And we have a killer case study that we're working on, so we can make sure we can get that plugged here at this session. And also, it really allows for increased fulfillment capacity, and therefore that leads to increased profitability. But it's really about building capacity around this business, especially now when it's been super slammed with the highest amount of refis we've ever had and the most amount of mortgage we've ever done. So congratulations to our industry for, pulling this all off, mostly from home this year, right? So it's pretty amazing. But we serve our clients. It's powered by our FirstClose ONE platform, which is either served as a web application, like Sara said, or it's actually really built heavily into a lot of LOSs, and hence our relationship with Nexoft. And we really do have a lot of plug-in APIs, and many of our existing integrations or larger clients, they really access us via callable microservices interface that we have. And that allows them to use, advanced machine learning and, RESTful APIs. In other words, hook up our microservice and we offer this connectivity to you right away. So that's really what makes us different. We provide the same services that a lot of, like Sara talked about, the other 250 vendors are connected into our network, but people are coming to us to plug into the pipeline, right? And we deliver that pipeline. And so that's what makes us very different, and very different how you can access and use us.
So 2020 was definitely a challenging year for everyone. You mentioned people having to work from home and doing everything remotely. Can you tell us what you learned and how you're using that knowledge to help your clients?
This is a really good podcast, Amy. That's great. Those are really good questions. And basically, I would say this. It's a fact. You need to strengthen your digital offering as a lender at a bank or a credit union today to improve your customer experience. If you do not do those things, you're not going to be able to improve your referrals, and you're not going to have really good employee satisfaction within a successful on-time closings. And we're moving into a heavy purchase money environment. They're saying by 2022, we can see 75% of the production being purchase money. And if you don't got your game on, believe me, you're going to be left behind. So streamlining fulfillment that is permission authorized by the consumer is what drives out those capacity management issues. Having the consumer help you do this process, having the consumer use our digital lending platform allows our lenders to be hands-free and off of that, providing for a better experience for their consumers. So it's a fact. If you don't strengthen your digital offering, you're going to be left behind. The fact of the matter is that all of our clients, all of our banks and credit union clients are up against non-bank fintechs. And now these non-bank fintech lenders are becoming banks. I mean, it's imperative that what we've heard from all of the executives that we work with on a daily basis is that providing a technology stack that enables my clients or our lenders to perform a self-service and permission authorized point of sale experience really empowers their customers to stay with them. Sara often talks about this many times, that you have to gain and retain, right, Sara? Drop in on that point, will you?
Yeah, gaining and retaining is huge because, prior to 2020, our lenders were competing with the fintechs of the world on, on a certain level. But then once everything shut down, they kind of had that, foot up on the competition because they were already a completely digital experience. So a lot of our lenders, were in a panic on how are we going to, still book these loans and, service our customers when our branches aren't even open. And that's kind of spurred, some of the technology and innovation that we've created over the last year is, to allow our customers to be able to maintain, loan apps and loan volumes and still be able to service all of their customers, through a touchless digital experience. Almost like that Amazon effect that everybody's looking for. I want to go online. I want to know how much I can get, am I approved and how fast can I get my money? So, trying to deliver that seamless, quick experience, has been at the forefront of our minds as well as our customers. And then, just retaining, the customers that you already have, not letting your current core banking customers go look somewhere else for their loan. They pop up and they need a home equity loan, you're right there. Here's your link, get instantly approved for your home equity loan rather than letting them shop around, through other online avenues or the fintechs that are offering quick home equity and HELOC loans online, so being able to not only capture that business, but take your existing business and grow upon it to be able to retain more future business is going to be huge, in this year moving forward.
That's it. That's for sure. Next question, Amy.
So I know that our team is super excited about your product and excited about integrating it to banks and credit unions. Can you talk a little bit about how or why you chose Nexoft to be an integration partner?
Yeah, I'll take this one, Sara. I think, it really was executive direction from our largest clients. I mean, hands down, we chose Nexoft because of its broad range of existing core banking connections and already your pre-developed APIs that you have in your middleware, right? But our clients are executives of banks and credit unions nationwide. We interact with them daily. Many use many desperate systems to run banking infrastructure, and they're often in different stages of development life cycles that when we're working with them, and depending on the talent and the resources they have available or other executive or regulatory directives, your Nexoft team and its group of leaders really have extensive knowledge of how to help banking executives realize this vision of leveraging their own data lake assets and express that data to optimize the customer experience. That's what we're talking about. So really, we came together as like-minded folks, providing both ends of this little elbow connection that we have. And we're just enabling clients that are in different types of, I mean, they're all looking to improve their technology stack, right? You just enabled their stack now while they're also planning to modernize their stack. And so having those ability to plug in with this integration partner with our Nexoft piece is really kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, a lot of the customers that we're currently working with, are in a big innovation push, the end of last year and all throughout this year to redefine and, bring that borrower experience to the next level, and being able to, through our Nexoft partnership, bring in all that, core banking data and allowing all that information to pre-populate into an application and render those instant approvals, is that extra touch when dealing with, your borrower or your member, that's showing them that you know about them and that you have their best interest and that you're offering them these loan programs. So it's, just that extra little bit that's going to push them to be like, oh, hey, yeah, I can get this loan because my bank already knows everything about me. And look, it's available to me. I'll just click here and pick my closing date. So it just becomes really easy, for the consumer, and they don't have to shop around at that point, right? So if they're already within their core banking doing their, bill pay or, sending money out, and they see that, there's no need for them to Google it, to search it. It's already right there in front of them, and it's already taking, that journey, away from, your current business and adding to it. And Nexoft's the perfect partner for that. The team is amazing, so responsive, works great with all the customers that we've brought to them, and everyone's been really happy with the progress.
All right, so my last question is kind of a fun question. I ask it to everybody on my podcast. And we talked about, how challenging 2020 was and how everyone worked from home. And obviously nobody was able to really travel where they wanted to travel. So I've honestly been making a bucket list. So then that way, when I'm vaccinated, I can go down the list. So I want to know, what is both of your favorite place to travel?
Oh, wow. Wow. That's a good question. I'll take it first. I would say Rome. I think Italy. I think I must originate in Italy someplace. I don't know. I just love it there. But I never had such an appreciation for the arts as to the time I went through the Vatican Museum, and I got a chance to, with a couple of very close, dear friends, to be in the Sistine Chapel one evening when they let us turn on the lights and take some pictures. And I was blown away. I was laying on the floor of the Sistine Chapel because my neck hurt so hard from staring at the ceiling, and just had this amazing epiphany about art. It never hit me like that before. So anytime that I travel now, I travel so I can definitely, see more art, because I really appreciate it much more now. And that was just amazing. How about you, Sarah?
I think my favorite place to go is Paris. There's just something about that Parisian culture and attitude, sitting outside the cafe, you're eating your bread and you're drinking your wine, and life just seems to slow down a little bit over there. And, it's beautiful. I am a partially French-speaking person, so I am able to communicate and get myself around for the most part. But with the arts, with the Louvre, I mean, there's just so much to see there, and
great underground.
You just feel like there's not a care in the world while you're there. But aside from Paris, I'd really like to make my way over to the beach of the south of France.
Yeah.
I think France is my go-to. Those are my people.
It's a good go-to. Great. Well, I have 2 more places to add to my list that continues to grow and grow, but eventually I'll get there. So thank you guys so much for telling us more about your company. If you want more information about FirstClose, you can click on the link in the description. And thank you guys.
All right, take care.
You.
This episode of OmniTalk was sponsored by Nexoft. Nexoft is your all-in-one stop to help your company secure, connect, and optimize your data. Welcome to Data Done Right. For more information about FirstClose and their FirstClose ONE solution, visit www.firstclose.com. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of OmniTalk. As always, stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next time.